What's up guys, Americana back here with another video. In this video, we'll talk about potential bottoms forming across the entire crypto market, what I want to see to confirm those bottoms, as well as the sentiment we can expect whether we're finding a bottom or continuing higher from here. So let's go ahead and dive in. Alright guys, I'm going to keep these videos super short this week. If you guys do remember my video from last week, nothing about that idea has changed. So we have got a little bit of bullish momentum to cross here on our momentum indicator. So now if we move back down, move up, move back down, we could get some sort of bullish divergence to show up. This is still what I would be looking for, and any sort of V-shaped recovery in here is just going to be a blessing if we do get it. It's not something that I'm necessarily planning on. We've had a couple nice days in here. Bitcoin up 6% this day, 5% yesterday. So we've had a couple nice moving days. We've had altcoins do pretty well in that time, but we're still kind of just trading within the range. So there's nothing to conclude from current price action. All right, really quickly, I want to talk about Ethereum and Bitcoin's 3-day charts. We've actually had two decent closes in the last few 3-day charts on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum looks even better than Bitcoin, but we are starting to see some momentum potentially curl up on the 3-day time frame, which would be a really good sign. Next 3-day close is going to be on Wednesday. So we will see if momentum continues to move higher come Wednesday's close, but that would be really good to see. One thing super interesting, similar to the daily time frame, we do have this bullish divergence already showing up in here, and this is between these two moves that you see right here. So maybe we don't need it on the daily if we're having it show up on the 3-day, but just wanted to point that out. And here we see that showing up in these bottoming phases in previous cycles as well. I also want to point out where we're starting to see 3-day momentum curl up from. When we look at this other momentum indicator I have in here as well, lining up pretty perfect with potential, Bitcoin bottoming phases. So does this mean we range here and take out the low? Does this mean we curl up and move up from here? Time will tell. Getting that daily divergence is going to be kind of the first little key, or first little indication that we are finishing up that range. But currently just trading within this range that I've been showing. We'll drop down to the dailies, show you one more time. Even though we've had some nice days, like I mentioned, no determination on which way this is going to move just yet. All right, so we showed Bitcoin's 3-day chart. I mentioned Ethereum's looking nice as well. Again, that close on Wednesday is going to be rather important. 3-day momentum curling up, 3-day bullish divergence showing up here as well. And again, just so you guys can see an example of how this comes to play, why there is a divergence. Momentum, higher low on momentum, right? Lower low on price. I did really want to see the 3-day close over this level on Sunday, but we didn't quite get it. Still looks pretty nice here. Similar to the 3-day on Bitcoin, as well as the daily chart even. Looking back to our examples on Ethereum, when we've gotten this oversold on momentum, can look back to this time in 2025, can look back to the bottom in 2022, can look back at this time in 2019. You can see here bullish divergences showing up as well. Bullish divergence getting confirmed in there. No macro bullish divergence in this one, but you do have a small divergence. So I did just want to point this out. Like I said, that daily range still needs to be broken, even on Ethereum's chart here. Same goes for Bitcoin as well. Until we can break through this range, sorry, let me fix this. Until we can break this range, until we can get a potential daily divergence to come in on either one of these charts, we do not really have confirmation of a move. But if the 3-day continues to curl up and this thing continues to build, we actually could be well on our way to a bottom. Really quickly, and I mentioned this in a video last week, not so much in this level here, but if we are going to move higher than this, even if it's before some sort of nasty retrace into that daily divergence I've been talking about. As we do move higher through here though, I do expect a lot of dead cat bounce, bear market rally sentiment. I've seen a little bit of that on Twitter the past couple days. I've had people looking out for me, tagging me on some stuff. It's not going to become really apparent, like I said, until we can actually break above this range. But I do want to mention it. If you're somebody who's been watching my videos for a while and knows my opinion or agrees with my opinion, new all-time highs in Bitcoin in 2026, then it's just something you're going to have to mentally prepare yourself for, that people are not going to be flipping bullish in here if this case is really going to play out. The more bullish or the more plausible this case is really based upon the length of time we can still keep people bearish. So if we're all the way almost back to all-time highs and people are saying, oh, this is just a retest before the next leg lower and we're going to get 30K bear market, things like that, that would be extremely bullish. But I do just want to mentally prepare you guys for that. As we're moving up, I'm not really anticipating people to magically flip bullish, and in fact I anticipate that they double down on the bear market stance. But yeah, that's really it. I'm going to try to keep these videos short and sweet this week, just building off of what we talked about last week. We haven't had really too much develop. We've had a nice couple days, but no celebrating until this range does get broken and confirmed either direction. But we also talked about 3-day momentum on Bitcoin and Ethereum looking rather nice. If Wednesday can continue that, then maybe by the end of the week, we're looking at this range break either direction. Obviously, if momentum is looking good on the 3-day, it's probably to the upside. And then from there, expecting what the sentiment is going to be like once we do get a move up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys like the little bit shorter format. Only 4 videos this week. So make sure you check out my other videos. I also have a link to my free Discord in my bio. So join up in there if you are interested. And let me know if you guys have questions. Let me know if I can do anything for you guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.